Alright guys, so today we got the Rev 8s. As you remember, we put the Rev 10s in. Now we're going to pull down these other ones. I'm going to need us some Allen keys and we're going to rip these right out. After we get this down, show you how to assemble and wire those up. So if you bought the speaker without the swivel, with just the X clamp, it's a little bit more harder than using the swivel clamp. The swivel clamp we used on there. Swivel clamp is very easy. It just bolts right on here, and then you bolt the other side on there, put your wiring through. Fortunately, that's not how this one works. If you want to see how the swivel clamp all bolts up, go and look up my Rev 10 video. Much better. This is the X clamp. It's, you know what, if you have a choice, go with the swivel clamp. That's all I'll say. It's a little bit crazy. So do your 4 screws like this. Just unscrew them. Once you get that, you'll flip this forward. If you work this around, those 4 screws also hold in your driver. Once you hold in your driver, push your gold pins in and pull out the wires. Black goes on black, and then the white one goes in the red spot for later. So I'm just going to squeeze that, pull it out with my finger, and then that gets that sort of out of the way here. Now I'm going to take a look at the crossover and see if I have to pull that out as well. I might have to, just so we can get nice and get this as light as we can for bolting it up into the spot. Because how this works is we have to actually remove the plating that's in there, and then we have to put screws from the inside of the bucket that screw in up there. It'll make more sense when I show it to you. When you pull the red and black lead off the driver, just take a look. You'll notice that one clip's probably a little bit bigger than the other, and the red, of course, is going to go back onto the biggest one, because that's your positive post. So I pulled this one out right here with the brass plate. You'll see it's deep down in there. You slide it up with your finger, and then you have to use your finger if you want to bend it up and around this plastic piece right here. If not, you can pull out the 4 screws right here, move it out of the way, and then pull the plate out. Whichever way you want to do. I slipped it out that way. Now I'm going to choose my adapter for in there, which I'm going to use, which will be this one. See how it's not threaded? It's so that way we can put the bolts in the way we want them. So the bolt will go in from the inside out, which will be, let's just show you the bolt. It goes like this, and then it goes up like that and in. And we'll see if we can actually use these bolts. It'd be awesome if we can. So as you can see, our holes are up there. Take your screw and slightly try and screw it in to the hole. If the threads work, you're good. Otherwise, you have to go purchase different screws. Same length, just bring this to Home Depot or whoever you have near you and go purchase the screws. With us, we're fine. We just test threaded and it threaded in. And yeah, so now we're just gonna go and put that new brass plate in. Once you get this brass plate in, next thing you're going to do is go up here and see that you need to line the screws up. So you'll line the screws up, just use your finger to line up the hole. Then you'll take your black piece here, go like that over top of it, take your silver screws from before and put them in, and just screw them in and get that plate down. So just do that for now, get the 2 screws down. Next thing you're going to want to do is take this, and then you can just take the sticky side off, put it over top. You can either put the screws over top of it, or if you want, and then bolt it down, or just put over top of the screws. It doesn't really matter, just depends if you're going to be changing the bracket ever, I guess. Other than that, after you get that on, then you need to set up your screws. Remember, it goes bolt, spring washer, and then washer. And then once you have that, they go from the inside into there, and then mount into the top. And then we'll squeeze the wiring through into this chamber where we can do our soldering and all that other fun stuff, or crimping, butt connect, whatever you want to do. So if you take a look right here, there's 2 black plates that come with it. I ended up bolting both of them on because I wanted the extra space. So bolt both the plates on, put the screw through. As you can see, I put the screws through and then I put the black on. And then now I'm going to bolt the bucket up. For this part, I already put the backs bolt in. Tuck the wires in. I'm going to do the soldering afterwards, and then right here, last bolt goes up here, but you'll see the plastic ring. It gives you an indent of space but not too much. So I am gonna unbolt this ring. When you take out the 4 bolts around the ring, it allows you to flex. It doesn't allow you to take out the ring, but it allows you to flex it. Now, why does that make such a big deal? Because if you flex it, you can then slip your impact, and that's what I was able to do. I was able to move this forward, slip my impact in and around, and tighten it and tighten this one. Bucket is solid. Like, someone's gonna want to steal this for sure if they break this off. I don't know. They're gonna break the whole basket by getting it out. So now it's the fun part. We get to either, as you can see here, we have some markings. One of these will be a plus. Yeah, this is our plus one right here. This you're going to crimp or solder onto the red pigtail lead. You'll see that you have one right here. So as you can see, red will go to the positive, and then the just white wire is going to go to the negative. If you don't know, you'll have to find the amp, and you can go off of what's going to the positive on the amp and the negative on the amp, or the best way is the one with the marking on the wire is usually the positive. So if you have one wire with nothing, then one wire with writing, if the person who did it was a pro, chances are they put the one with the writing as the positive. If you take a look here, we got our butt connectors on. Now you can either choose to electrical tape or you can solder them. Some people are against butt connectors, some people are for butt connectors, some people only go by soldering. Go by whatever makes you groove. Yeah, it gave me the complete wrong pigtail end. If you take a look, those are round. These are square. So I'm gonna have to actually delete the pigtail end because I checked the other one because I thought, oh, maybe they have a right and left side. But this is round again too. And then right here. So I'm guessing they've just screwed it up and gave us the wrong pigtails. Not a big deal since these aren't meant to be quick disconnects anyway, so what can I say? I'm gonna have to butt connect it. So it's pretty self-explanatory, the red and black on here. The red goes onto the big clip, black goes on a smaller clip, and then the white wire goes onto the red, and then the black wire goes onto the black. So this white wire will go onto that red clip, black clip. Put it there, and then line up your screws as you slide it in. Grab it by the magnet and the horn when you're sliding it on. So pretty easy. Once you move the horn around, get your screws lined up, put the grill on, put them on, all that's left is to pull off the blue film and test your new speakers out. All right, cool. Thanks again for watching. Peace.